Hello, pr4. Today we will talk about Concept 1, Lesson 3, Plant Adaptation. Today we will study two terrific trees which grow in two different environments. The first tree grows in savanna forest in southern Africa, but the second tree grows in Amazon rainforest in Brazil. Savanna forest in southern Africa. Now we will study the characteristics of savanna. Savanna forest is a grassland habitat. The temperature in the savanna forest is mild. In the savanna, there is extreme lack of water during the dry season, which lasts for half of the year without rainfall. Savanna forests characterized by drought conditions, so most of large plants can't grow. When we look over the savanna, we can see one large tree scattered throughout the landscape, which is acacia tree. In this video, you will notice the drought condition in savanna forests. It is easy to find water in Amazon rainforest, so it's rainy most of the year, but it's hard for plants in the rainforest to reach sunlight. The rainforest has a soggy soil, which means that is a wet, muddy soil. The rainforest is characterized by strong winds. The trees in the rainforest grow up to 70 meters tall, but the highest tree is known as kabak tree. Let's learn the differences between acacia and kabak tree. Now we will talk about the structural adaptation. First, we will talk about acacia tree. Acacia tree grows in savanna forest in southern Africa, but kabak tree grows in Amazon rainforest, Brazil. The roots of acacia tree is very long roots, and it grows directly downward the ground, so it's known as the taproot. This root searches for water as deep as 35 meters below the soil surface. But the kabak roots is very wide roots, and we called it buttress roots. Buttress roots are not planted deeply in the ground, but they grow high up on its trunk to hold the tree firmly in the soggy soil. Some of these roots can start up to 5 meters above the ground. In these two pictures, we can notice the difference between acacia roots and kabak roots. The trunk of the acacia trees is very long as its roots, so most animals except giraffe cannot reach its leaves to feed on. Acacia trees stores water in its trunk, but the kabak trunk surrounded with its roots. Acacia has tiny as very small leaves growing on its top to help it hold water and soaking up sunlight needed to make its food. Its leaves have sharp spines. Why? To protect them from hungry mouths of animals. But the leaves of kabak tree, it has hand-shaped leaves with narrow parts, and that allow wind to move more gently through the leaves without tearing them. These two pictures showing the differences between acacia leaves and kabak leaves. But the behavioral adaptation is very weird, subhanAllah. The acacia tree can defend itself. When an animal begins eating the leaves of the acacia tree, the tree also begins to produce a poison that makes the leaves taste very bad. Then it sends a smelly message in the wind to the other acacia trees, telling them to start making the same poison. But the behavior of kabak tree invites bats to come visit its delicious smelling flowers through smelly message by the wind.
Are the animals that come to mind when one thinks of the tropical savanna. But the savanna is more than just a collection of animals. It's a diverse biome, teeming with organisms that rely on each other to survive. The tropical savanna biome can be found near the equator. There are tropical savannas in Africa, Australia, and South America. The African savanna is under 500 meters above sea level. Because this biome tends to be close to the equator, it is very warm. Even in the winter, tropical savannas are hot, with temperatures ranging from 68 to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. In the summer, temperatures go up to 86 degrees. These temperature changes are never drastic, and the seasons change gradually. The majority of rainfall in the tropical savanna happens during the summer, from 15 to 25 inches, and there's a dry season during the winter when rainfall averages at roughly 4 inches. From December to February, there is no rainfall at all. During these dry spells, rivers and streams dry up, the water cycle slows down, and the plants shrivel. Because of this, many animals migrate during the dry season in search of more reliable food sources. At the end of the dry season, floods revitalize the savanna. These floods provide water to the areas that haven't gotten any direct rainfall, connect rivers together, and bring backed up organic matter through the floodplains to replenish nutrient levels and bring plant life back. Because of this dry season, plants in the savanna must adapt to living without water for extended periods of time. As well as a hydrophilic root system, which allows it to extract water from deep under the ground. The baobab tree has similarly thick, fire-resistant bark, and it uses its trunk to store water, which it saves for the dry season when it will need extra nutrients. Termites are a big problem for many plants in the tropical savanna, but some have developed creative solutions. The candelabra tree has poisonous white sap, which allows it to remain untouched by termites, and the jackalberry tree's wood is so hard and heavy that termites can't penetrate it. Plants are not the only organisms in the tropical savanna with clever adaptations. The giraffe has the most well-known adaptation. Its long neck allows it to reach high into trees and eat the leaves no other animal is tall enough to touch.
just run away, run, renegades, run to get away. And we just run because we ain't giving it up, how to get away. Always a haunted place. Oh.
The new words of our lesson are environment, savanna, grassland, extreme lack of water, dry, drought, acacia tree, soggy, muddy, kabak tree, Southern Africa, taproot, trunk, habitat, stores, leaves, Amazon rainfall, buttress, delicious, poison. Now it's time to say goodbye.